Look at the opening here. Look at the opening here. Hey, hey.
Hey, bro. Sorry. Hey. Let me tell you this here, bro. What here? Don't move forward now. Don't move forward. Stop pushing.
Energy commission. Energy commission, sir. This way,
This guy, your back. Calm down.
Oga, leave there. Immigration. This guy these guys are hey! Now this guy they shoot.
Don't mind Naira.
Now this guy, this one they shoot. Don't be scared of the shoot. Okay, who will be this camera?
Don't know anything at all.
Now this guy they shoot. Now this guy they shoot. Only
Officials are heading to their bus so that they hit the presidential villa where they will be presenting the trophy to Mr. President.
Reception, I mean, it's incredible to see how people came out here to receive the girls. It's really amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, also, your voice on the commentary was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come back, stretch your hand. Don't just a reporter. Say something to me, please.
What am I going to say?
How does it feel being 10-time champions of Africa? What's the mood like? How are you feeling winning?
All right, Desire, you won it as a player. This time around, you were very much busy with your commentary duties, but you still saw Nigeria make history by winning the 10th title. How do you feel?
I mean, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I mean, for the first time, from being a player now, I played a different role, having to watch the girls from the stand, analyzing their games and all of that. So it's a really great feeling. And
yes, sir.
It was a lineup that worked. The girls gave us the required results, so kudos to the coach. Yeah, of course. I'm very proud. I'm proud of what the girls did. I'm proud that now we have a lot of players who can actually step up and give the team the required victory. So it's really a good thing all in all. Kudos to all the players. Well, the way you celebrate is a matter of personal choice, and I mean, there shouldn't be too much energy to that. So however the player chooses to celebrate, we should, encourage them for it. The whole of first half, I was scared, but coming back, I knew 45 minutes. It's a whole lot of time, to turn things around, and that was exactly what Falcons did. Coming back in the second half, they, started playing their game. They showed that they are the real champions. You're welcome.
How is it going to help motivate Nigerians ahead?
Well, the importance is clearly shown by the kind of reception you see here today. The kind of people you see here today. The governors are here, the ministers are here, Nigerians are here, the press especially is here in its full glory. It is the kind of passion and happiness with which we are receiving these girls today. On that night, on that day, at that hour in Rabat, those girls didn't play against 11 players, they played against 50,000 passionate fans, screaming and howling at them. And don't forget that it was not just that alone, they went behind against that hostile atmosphere. People don't understand what happened that night. The resilience with which they calmed down, they came back, they seized the game from the first half, from the half of the first half, they seized that game to the end. It shows the true Nigerian spirit. And we must all celebrate them. That's why we're all here today in our full numbers to celebrate them. We must preach this to all sectors of the Nigerian economy, Nigerian polity, that is the true Nigerian spirit that we must continue to display everywhere throughout Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Correspondents are all excited. This is a big deal for Nigeria. These young girls that have just Nigeria have landed just now, and they're about to see that you come here, you see them, honor them, receive them very well now, give them whatever salutation that we need to give them, and from there we'll move to the city gate. From the city gate we'll move to the presidential villa, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is waiting anxiously for them to receive them, to give them the honor that is so much deserved.
Nigerians who want to know what kind of benefits we are giving.
When we wait for Mr. President, it's not within my purview to say that, but I know that Mr. President has something in store for them, and he's waiting for them. As soon as we finish from the airport here, we're moving to the city gate. We have a small reception there, and then we move to the presidential villa, where the president will now do the deed. The president is happy, he's waiting. All of us are happy. This is the 10th time. I recall that they were behind by 2 goals. They came over and they won this trophy for Nigeria. It's a big deal, and all of us are excited. You are excited, we all are. Everyone in this country is. And we're also receiving messages from other African countries showing solidarity, showing hope and happiness with Nigeria having won it. Even Morocco, we have been told, and they're so happy. They lost, they were in tears, but also was happy for Nigeria. It's a great thing, and I think that they deserve commendation, the people of Morocco, for the kind of reception and hospitality they've given to our girls while they were there.
So, message to other sports athletes.
Well, the message is that with determination, with focus, believe in this country, with the kind of show of love, country that these girls have had for this country. If we continue in that direction, sports in Nigeria will go even beyond. Mr. President is determined. They are committed to helping sports to grow, and this one indication that we are seeing here. More of it is going to come by God's grace.
Thank you very much.
I can assure you that it was not really an easy one. It was a very expensive vision conceptualized by the NFF and, of course, the players. For me, in spite of the difficulty, particularly with the fact that we're 2 goals down, I believe that most of us who are Nigerians, particularly those who were on ground, gave up. But for someone like me who knows the dynamics of women's football, I had the assurance that the girls would triumph. And today, we're here at the airport celebrating these young lads for bringing not just glory, but for the 10th time, which of course signifies that Mission X, which was declared by the NFF president, actually was accomplished.
We're looking at coming down. If you going by the history of this team have been together for almost 6 years, starting with the then American coach Waldron. So the core of this team have been together for a very long time. They are battle-hardened, tried and tested. If we go by what happened at AFCON 2022, we're on our way to winning the trophy, but unfortunately some incidents happened against Morocco where we got 2 red cards, and it was still a tough match for the Moroccans. That's what propelled them to the finals. So this time around, facing Morocco in Rabat wasn't going to be a very tough challenge for us. Yes, they had the advantage, home advantage, but like I said, our players have played them in Morocco. They've played them in front of the hostile crowd.
4th WAFCON trophy, so I'm highly excited.
How was it like? 2 goals down, 3-2 at the end of the day.
Oh, I was nearly in my grave when it was 2-0, when we were 2-0 down. But when we came back, 1-2, 2-2, 2-3, the next thing I do was to jump and hug my wife with a nice kiss. Thank you very much.
Well, we're looking at going forward.
Yeah. Well, going forward is for us to go for the real developmental, because we need to catch them young. From 17 to 20, 20 to... If you look at the team, some of them are aging now. So we have to replace those that are aging from the 20, under 20. Then those from the under 17 will go to 20. So this is the only developmental process that we need to have.